Hey everybody, welcome back to Gideon Stuff. Today, we have a review of this little guy here. This is the CRKT Tuna, and I'm pretty excited about this. So let's jump right in with some size comparisons. So first off, here is against our usual Civivi crowd, the Elementum, and the Praxis. So as you can see, he kind of fits in right between those two models. This is a medium-sized knife. Next up, here we have him against the Benchmade Bug Out and our Spyderco PM2. And my camera is at a little bit of an angle right now, but you can see there it fits in kind of between those two. Let's bring out our rats. There you've got the one. And the two. Falling off screen there. This is the first knife review I'm filming in my new setup here at my apartment. So, still working on figuring out exactly what we're going to be doing here. Let's compare them against our Gerbers. Here's the mini paraframe and the regular paraframe. So bigger than both of those. And let's compare him against... There's a CRKT knife that I think is pretty recognizable. This is the CEO, and I've got another CRKT on the table right now. This is the Fixed Blade Ox. Alright, awesome. So, the Tuna. This knife came out last year in 2020, I believe. We're looking at an 8CR14 MOV blade, G10 scale here, and a steel frame. Thumb set action, which is very, very nice. Hollow ground blade, and this is designed by Lucas Burnley. You can see there, Burnley design. Which, even if I didn't tell you that, I'm pretty sure most people just looking at this could tell, oh yeah, that's a Burnley design. He's a pretty recognizable designer. So, let's go ahead and let's go cut some stuff with this guy. And talk about him a little bit. Alright, so usually this is the part of the video where I go and cut some cardboard up. However, I'm not in my old office place, and I don't really have a whole lot of cardboard around right now. So, instead, we're going to be using this guy. Like I said, still figuring out how my review format's going to be working at the new place, but I have some repairs to do around the apartment. Got this Gorilla Glue. We'll go ahead and use this guy to open it up. So, as I said earlier, oh geez, doing this underneath the camera might not be as easy as I thought. So, as I said earlier, this is 8CR14 MOV blade steel. Hollow grind. Oh, there we go. It does slice very nicely. I've had this knife for quite a while, and been using him for quite a while. I think the grind is just fine. Again, I mean, I've said this before, but the 8CR14, it's not great. It sharpens up really, really nice. It's very easy to sharpen, but, you know, as far as performance is concerned, it's definitely not a heavy hitter there. But as for the blade shape itself, you have plenty of point, plenty of belly. It does slice very nicely. Ergo's very, very good. It's pretty comfortable. And yeah, it slices very nicely. So, let's talk about how he carries. This will look a little more like my old review format. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the CRKT Tuna. So, in and out of the pocket, very, very easy. In the pocket, you don't have very much showing at all. Let me tuck that back there a little more. Yeah, not much showing at all. The clip they used here is excellent. You see it has continuous ramp, and the screws are recessed, and the clip is recessed. So, very, very good. Great amount of spring tension. Again, in and out very easy. The action on this guy, very, very nice. This is running on nylon washers, but the detint and it's smooth. You know, I'm not a big fan of nylon washer action, but this is not bad at all. Yeah, in fact, it's quite fidgety. As far as action goes, we're talking rat 1 and 2 types of good thumb deployment. The ergos, very, very nice. Pretty neutral shape on the handle. You lock in really good. Not very many hot spots. Maybe one right off of here. The clip, not so much. You have a little bit of room back here in case you have bigger hands. Your pinky could probably wrap around here very nicely. Not much else to say. Let's go back to the table. Okay, CRKT Tuna. What do I like and what do I not like? Well, let's start off with the likes. I think the design, blah, 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 stumbling over my words. I think the design is really, really good. Lucas Burnley is known for some pretty great designs with not just CRKT, but a lot of other companies too. You know, with CRKT in particular, he designed the Squid, which is a very, very popular knife from them. So I think it looks good. Functionally, there's no problems here. This design is very functional. The grind is good. I mean, it does have a pretty dainty tip, pretty thin behind the edge. No complaints there. I like the colors they used. This little coppery bronze type of, you know, backspacer, the pivot accents. I like that they did it on both sides. Those are both really, really cool. The green is nice. I think it goes good with these other colors, so no complaints there. It came centered, and I think mine has come ever so slightly off center, but you can fix that. The action. The action is where this knife really shines. This is a fantastic unassisted thumb stud action, and it is running on nylon washers, which, you know, are very polarizing to say the least, but, you know, with this kind of action, you can't argue. You really can't. It's very smooth, very snappy. I mean, listen to that. Oh yeah, that is nice. And I already said this, but it really is approaching, you know, kind of rat levels of great unassisted thumb stud action. So that's awesome. The clip is really good. This is just a fantastic clip. I'm very impressed with this clip. And, you know, I've seen some of CRKT's 2021 models. It looks like they're still going with this type of clip. Very nice. Great clip. Love it. The knife overall feels pretty sturdy, despite there not being a liner on this side. I usually prefer that, but it's not so bad here. This knife is very well sized, and I don't think anyone's going to be using this in a hard use scenario. It's not made for that. And so, you know, as an EDC knife, it doesn't really need that other liner in here for solidity. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. What else? Honestly, I think that's about what I have for the good. What do I not like? Well, something that's kind of neutral. The nylon washers and the pivot. I mean, I'm not a big fan of nylon usually, but again, the results speak for themselves. They did it well. Would I like to see phosphor bronze with this kind of action? Yeah, but I mean, they gave you good action, so you can't really complain. Access to the lock bar, Could be better. It's not terrible, but it could be better. Blade steel. 8CR. This is, I think, a lot of people's biggest complaint with CRKT. Just come on, guys, please. If this knife was D2, or, I mean, not even D2, but like, I don't know, 12C27. They used that steel a lot in the past. I would like this knife a lot better. I mean, they get these great designs, and I know the designer, you know, having Lucas Burnley design this knife adds a little bit to the price, but, I mean, I wish this was a better blade steel. As for other dislikes, really there's not many. The thumb studs are pretty comfortable. You could complain about the writing on the blade, the branding and everything. I don't think it's terrible. I really don't. But some people might. It carries well. I think they did a lanyard hole pretty nice. I don't use a lanyard very much, but if you do, I think this will work just right for you. And if you don't, it's pretty out of the way and it looks pretty decorative. Ergos, very good. Overall, just a very good EDC knife. And I like it quite a bit. This is probably, well, probably, actually, is not the word to use. This is one of my favorite CRKT knives, bar none. In fact, this is probably in my top 3 favorite CRKT knives that I own. And this guy's not going anywhere because I do still carry him. I use him a lot, and I've been pretty impressed with him. Yeah, he goes dull a little bit sooner than you might like, but I mean, he's not that bad to sharpen. And that's really my biggest complaint with this knife, is the fact that the materials kind of let you down. But with CRKT, let's be honest, it's kind of what you're getting. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this review. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.